Hello once again everybody. Hope you are fine, enjoying this summer vacation. Now let's get back to the lesson, GD lesson number 7. Once again Abid with you. This is Professor Khan from BIITM, a leading B school of Orissa. Now I want to teach 6 ways to creating sentences. Usually in a GD, always remember the techniques and the tactics. There are 6 tactics are there to create sentences or statement during the group discussion. So you should know which are the 6 ways where I can start with a sentences or a statement. Very important. That's the 6 ways for creating sentences. And the next one is we are going to learn today in GD lesson number 7, 4 ways to add values to a GD. In my previous lesson, we have already been discussed, or I have already been communicated to you how to increase the value of the GD. Again, we are going to learn in a different way, different mode altogether, 4 ways to add values of a GD. Shall we begin? Here we go. Always remember, there are 6 ways. I just repeat the 6 ways. 1, initiations. That's the way you can able to create a sentence. 2, agree to a participant. When you agree to a participation, that is the way you will create a sentence or a statement. Third, when you disagree with somebody, when you are disagreeing, and that is the way you again create a sentence or statement. Number 4, interruptions. When you want to do an interruption, again you start creating a sentence or the statement. 5, when you are partially agree with a person, not fully, you are partially, still then you create a sentence or a statement. And finally, want to add few points at some time. Again, you create sentences or statement. So these are the 6 ways. So let me brief in a very small way, in a very lucid manner, so that you can able to understand. Let's start the initiative. When you're starting the discussions initiative, that is a statement which is a very age-old statement. People are used to with that kind of statement. And you start with "in my opinion," or you say "in today's world." When you say in my opinion, when you say "in my opinion," it's a completely dialogue which is there for the ages together, years together, or "in today's world." So these are the first sentence when you create during the initiation. Second, agree to a participation. I agree with my friend, or I do feel the same. You are completely right. So these are the partial statement. I do agree with you, or I partially agree with you, or I second on that opinion. When you say I second on that opinion, it is the same thing. I second on that opinion, or I do feel the same. Try to understand the 4 different statements. Once again, I repeat. I agree with my friend, or I do feel the same, or you are completely right, or I second on that opinion, or I do feel the same. So when you start like this, that means you are getting a agree statement. So when you are going for a disagreeing with a person, don't be aggressive that time. Don't be aggressive that time. Control with your emotion and energetic. Next is interruptions. Sorry, I wish to interrupt there, or sorry to interrupt you there. So when you say sorry to interrupt you there, that means you are completely creating a sentence or a statement. When you partially agree with a person, I agree with you to some extent. I agree with you some extent, but you are right. But however, try to understand, these are the monotonous sentences, age-old sentences. When you start creating this type of sentences, you get plugged into the discussions. And finally, want to add few points at the same time when you want to. So that is the time you say, you are correct. I would like to add some more point to the discussion. So try to understand, these are the normal way, 6 ways to create sentences or statement. So this is very, very important. And now 4 ways to add values. So very simple. 1, share your reasoning first. Always remember, reasoning, analytical bent of mind, problem solving attitude is very important in the discussions. So you should have a reasoning. Supposing you have been discussing with an age-old topic called love marriage versus then you should have a reason. The reason from the statistics, the reason from mythology, the reasons could be from anything where you could be able to put forward your views. There should be solid reason for this. It's not that whimsically say, I love marriage is good, everybody is remaining happily, peacefully. There's a normal sentence. Even a 6th standard guy can start speaking if he or she is studying in a public school. But if you don't have a logical reasoning to the state, I think it's futile, it's wasteless. 2. Summarize. Always remember, when you go to conclude a discussion, that is the time always you should have the capabilities to summarize everybody's views, put forward this and put forward for the discussions. Body language. 3rd, very important. Trust me, you may be a good speaker. You have so much of ornamental languages where you can able to blast, people will start appreciating you, but your body language, your eye contact, your smiles doesn't make any sense. It is something speaking very negative things. So please take care of this, guard against our body language, which is very, very important. Your tone, your pitch, your voice, your gesture, your postures makes a lot of differences. And finally, make an eye contact. Social scientists are telling the best behavioral thing is the eye contact. When you're walking and sitting in a group, try to have an interactions with eye contact with your group while you speak. At least when you speak, look at the person what you're speaking, so that he or she will be never find disrespect. So always take care of this thing. So these are very, very important. So I have already told you all these things. So share your reasoning first. Second is summarize. Third one is the body language, and the final one is making your eye contact with the group members while you're speaking. So this is all about today's lesson number 7. I wish you must be definitely enjoying my videos. I've already been aired 7 videos by this time, and if you have any critics and compliments, please do send mail to us gdpi.in, so you can send your views, comments, critics. So keep watching, keep enjoying, add values. Till then, goodbye, and wait for my lesson number 8. Thank you, goodbye, and God bless. Bye bye.